So join us. See what shenanigans we get into next. Who knows, maybe somewhere along the way, you'll find your favorite winemaker. Sonoma, one of my favorite wine regions. Just north of the San Francisco Bay Area, Sonoma, California is our home base for this series. It's time for a morning sit-down with Tom Darling. Tom is the amazing winemaker at Darling Wines. Here's something wild. Darling got their first wine picked up by a restaurant in the Michelin Guide. The first one. If you want to get better at choosing wine, you gotta get to know the people behind the bottle.
There he is.
Tom Darling.
Hello.
What is going on this morning?
Oh, everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing.
Yeah.
How's Ashley? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Kids are good.
You're from the East Coast, right?
Originally, yeah.
How did you get to Sonoma?
I know. Well, born and raised outside of Boston, suburbs of Boston, then Ashley was suburbs of Orlando, Florida. We met in the middle in North Carolina at Elon University in college. She found the school for school. I found the school for tennis.
I had a thought in the middle of my belly laugh that you might find interesting. Wine country trips always hit hardest when you get a chance to connect with winemakers, see them stomping in the vineyards, and of course, get to taste the juice they create. You see, Tom just cracked me up because I related to his experience, and that is where my epiphany lies. Wines are an expression of the winemaker, and getting to know them means getting to know their wines. And take a guess what will happen after you get to know a few winemakers. You just might change the way you choose your wine. I'm sorry, Tom, what were you saying?
That was
That's great.
That was my passion. Met the very end of senior year, literally like the last 2 months.
Wow.
And she had a job in Washington, D.C. right after school, quit my job and moved to D.C. to be with her. And then we did kind of our first big trip together, which we came out to California. We did the PCH from San Diego all the way up to the North Bay. But then when we stopped at some of these wineries, there was one in Sonoma that had a big impact on us and one in Napa. I was just totally floored.
Which one was it?
So the first one in Sonoma was Porter Creek. Just like a classic, homey, old school Sonoma County winery. But it left a big impression on me. And then the following day we drove over the hill to Napa and we went to a winery called Tres Sabores. I'm looking at this young guy like hosting us for this tasting, and I'm thinking about what I would be doing back in DC if it was a regular Monday, and I was like, wow, this is pretty special out here.
You got bit by the wine bug.
Totally bit. I had to like act on this. It had to scratch the itch. You know, I said to Ashley, I was like, hey, we just got to go back to California just for 3 months. I'll get a harvest job. Let me get my hands dirty, and then we'll figure it out after that. And in July, I started applying to all the, internships on wine jobs, and just accepted a job and booked a plane ticket. Yeah.
Just hopped and went.
So in 16, came out for that harvest. I worked at kind of a very like a high-end like luxury Napa winery, and there's a head winemaker and one other co-intern, and the co-intern walks up to the car and he's got a Red Sox hat on, and I was just like, like, we got this.
We got this, it's on. So this is like your normal spot, right?
Yeah, Sonoma's best. I'm here like probably way too often. All throughout harvest, so stopping in here, multiple cappuccinos a day. But then also Todd, who runs this place, I mean, in the afternoon, it's totally the local watering hole for a lot of local winemakers. He's got some great beers on draft. He's always got wines open. So we come here in the morning and then we come back in the afternoon often. But it's a great spot.
And that's where Ricky is right now.
Yeah, oh, he's in there?
He's in there. I went in to go get a muffin and some orange juice, asked him what he wanted, and he disappeared because he saw the wine shop. And yeah, that's a little bit like catnip for him. Also, it's run by a fantastic sommelier by the name of Todd Jolly, so I'm sure they're in there having a great time. Who knows if he shows back
We'll
up.
rescue him in a few minutes.
So you had all of that miraculous stuff come together there. So how did you make your first wine?
So that first vintage in 17, I'm working my second harvest in St. Helena, another Napa winery, and I'm perusing the fruit listings, like the classifieds. Listing popped up for organic coastal Syrah. We had visited Tres Sabores in 2015 and been totally floored by the experience. 17 rolls around, we contract with McAvoy Ranch to buy 1 ton of Syrah. We end up contracting with Tres Sabores to make the wine at their winery. And
Full
they helped
circle
us.
on
Yeah,
that, huh?
they helped us along the way. We made our first 2 barrels of Petaluma Gap Syrah.
Outstanding.
Yeah. And when we made that wine at Tres Sabores, which was totally full circle, we really didn't expect much. And the wine came out great. Like, it came out super high toned, fresh, tons of energy, expressive of the coast. And once we bottled it, I just started working in sales for a distributor, so I would kind of throw my own wine into the bag. And then Bouchon Bistro in Napa, you know,
What?
Michelin star restaurant.
What?
Tasted it and bought that wine and put it on their list.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
It's cool.
Fellas, look what I found.
Oh.
You guys want to drink some champagne?
Yeah.
What's up, Tom?
What's up?
How you been?
You brought Todd Jolly and champagne.
Dude, let's go. Le Hurt & Freres is the Blanc de Blanc Brut Nature.
A favorite.
One of the favorites, absolutely. Organically farmed, 7 generations. You know, let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
drink some champagne, boys.
Champagne King of the North Bay.
Try to be.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
And the Brut
Dude,
Nature.
Wednesday, huh?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
I am not familiar with this producer. You got to tell me a little bit about it.
So think late 1880s, a family starts farming. 7 generations later, here we are drinking their wine in Sonoma.
7 generations.
7 generations.
Wow.
So they make the little bit they have, and it's always delicious. In about 2005, the current winemaker really turned up the notch. Organic farming, clean fruit, about 50% reserve wine. What you're going to get there is a depth of flavor, right? And so you're looking at about $60 with all this flavor, all that history, and it's organic. Let's go.
I mean, grower champagne to me is the top of the top. You know, it has a nickname called Farmer Fizz.
Farmer Fizz, that's dope.
That's what it's called.
Farmer Fizz, I love it.
His selection inside is ridiculous. There's a lot of great growers in there.
You were gone a long time.
I know. I know.
That's awesome.
Can I pour myself more?
Oh, dude, I got you.
Champagne King of the North Bay.
Let's do it.
You want him to explain Brut Nature a little bit to you? Like
Explain everything to me because
nature.
I am not the champagne king. I'm the champagne peasant.
There you go. A great way to read this label, if you see the Blanc de Blancs, white from whites. So this is 100% Chardonnay. Brut Nature is there's no dosage added.
Zero.
When this cork. So this is as bone dry as it could possibly be. Most house champagnes, for reference, 9 grams, 6 to 10, somewhere in there. That is still brut, it's still dry, but Brut Nature is as dry as it can get.
It's super balanced.
I was just about to say it's sleek, but not too sleek.
100%.
What are you doing? What's going on with you?
I was just talking to Scott, kind of giving my whole kind of origin story, if you will.
Oh, okay.
So we made that 2017 wine and got that Bouchon Bistro placement, which was huge, and gave us a nice little nudge to make some more wine in 18. And I really loved Coastal Pinot and Chardonnay, so we made more Syrah in 18, but we also made our first Pinot from Azaya Ranch Vineyard, and then we made some Sonoma Coast Chardonnay too. Well, in that 2018 Pinot became our first 2 3-star Michelin placements, which was pretty incredible. So we got shout out, you know, Eric Johnson and Andrew Adelson at French Laundry, and then Micah Clark at Meadowood. From then on, you know, we just slowly, we made, you know, a couple hundred cases each year leading into 2020. You know, I was still working full time. We basically got too big to be a hobby, too small to be a business. So we went back to our family investors and said, hey, if I stop my day job, we open a tasting room and up our inventory and stuff and really make a real push at this, we might be able to make something happen. And that was the start of 2022.
It's got to be the cutest tasting room. I mean, like full compliment.
Yeah.
It's-
That's thanks to
well
Ashley, designed all that.
Yeah.
So when are we going?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You in, Todd?
Yeah, absolutely.
Say
Hell yeah.
less.
I have to go check on Azaya this week. So, I mean, if you guys want to pop out there one of these days, you could totally, you know,
That'd be
meet me
incredible.
out there. I mean, it's an amazing place, and it's one of those places you just got to be there to feel it.
Isn't it close to Hog Island?
It's out there.
Someone is trying to make a pivot. I see it. I see you.
Darling Chardonnay and oysters, man.
That'll rip.
No.
Sounds amazing, right? Oh, we are definitely heading out to Azaya with Tom. I hate to admit it, but Ricky's right. It'll be really hard to pass up fresh oysters being so close to the coast. But first, we have a lunch date with a pair of phenomenal winemakers who also happen to be 2 of Ricky's old friends. Did I get all of it?
She go.